Sure.
Hello students, welcome to EPG Pathshala. I'm Dr. Manpreet Arora from Central University of Himachal Pradesh, Dharamshala. Today we are going to talk about the module Role of EXIM Bank in Foreign Trade from the paper International Business Operations. After completing this module, you will be able to know about the meaning of EXIM Bank, you will understand the functioning of EXIM Bank, and you will gain knowledge about role of EXIM Bank in India and how it promotes foreign trade. In order to achieve the objective of globalization, India is relying up to a great extent on exports. In fact, every developing nation wants to enhance its exports to earn foreign exchange. The global presence of any country is dependent on exports to a great extent. That is why vigorous engagement as well as focus on global trade has become one of the indispensable factors for the growth of not only the organizations but for the prosperity and growth of nations also. This has proved to be true and a wise strategy not only for the major trading and developed nations but also for the developing countries like India, where the factors of productions are limited and the sources of earning foreign exchange are also scarce. After we have followed the policy of liberalization, privatization and globalization, the foreign trade sector has been an important area of the reforms in the Indian economy. The result is that due to reforms in this area, India's share in the global trade is continuously increasing in the past years. EXIM Bank was established as an apex financial institution for financing, facilitating and promoting India's international trade. Since its inception, it has continuously strived and worked to contribute towards achieving the objectives of globalization. The bank works on strong fundamentals and works according to the growing need of international business environmental factors. It provides wide range of financing programs to promote exports and also provides competitive edge to the companies by giving them advisory and support services at all stages of export business cycle. Export-Import Bank of India, that is EXIM Bank, set up in 1982 as an apex institution to finance, facilitate and promote India's international trade, has constantly strived to contribute towards India's globalization efforts. With strong business fundamentals and in line with the increasingly competitive global trading environment, the bank proactively seeks to enhance the competitive edge of Indian companies through a comprehensive range of financing programs and advisory and support services, which encompasses all stages of the export business cycle. Let us discuss about the meaning and objectives of EXIM Bank. Export-Import Bank of India is famously known as EXIM Bank. It was set up in 1982 by an Act of Parliament, that is Export-Import Bank of India Act 1981. EXIM Bank is headquartered at Mumbai. Presently, its chairman and managing director is Mr. Yaduvendra Mathur. EXIM Bank is regarded as the India's topmost export financing institution. It has always acted as a purveyor of export credit in India. Over the period of time, it has emerged as a key player in enhancing cross-border trade and investment in India. EXIM Bank was launched by Government of India with a mandate not only to increase exports but also to supplement India's foreign trade and investment with overall objective of economic growth. EXIM Bank has played a major role in partnering Indian industries at various levels.
This institution in particular has supported small and medium enterprises by extending them credit for a wide range of products and services. It has assisted them in import of technology, export products development, export production, export marketing, pre-shipment, post-shipment, and overseas investment. While talking about the objectives of EXIM Bank, as per the preamble of the EXIM Bank, the objective of the bank is for providing financial assistance to exporters and importers and for functioning as the principal financial institution for coordinating the working of institutions engaged in financing export and import of goods and services with a view to promoting the country's international trade.
Let us discuss about the board of EXIM Bank. EXIM Bank is guided by various people of expertise at the board level. Senior policy makers, expert bankers, major players in the industry, professionals in export are at the senior board of the bank. According to EXIM Bank Act, maximum of 16 directors can be there on the board, chairman and the managing director, as well as 13 directors of the board are appointed by Government of India. 3 directors from scheduled commercial banks and 4 directors who are industry or trade experts are also the part of the board. The head office of the EXIM Bank is situated in Mumbai. 9 domestic offices of EXIM Bank are operating at Ahmedabad, Bangalore, Chandigarh, Chennai, Guwahati, Hyderabad, Kolkata, New Delhi and Pune. The bank is working at overseas level and also presently has overseas offices at 7 places, that is Addis Ababa, Dubai, Johannesburg, London, Singapore, Washington DC and Yangon.
Let us discuss about the role of EXIM Bank. After its establishment since 1982, EXIM Bank has played a very important and a pivotal role in promotion of India's international trade as well as investment. It has acted as India's principal institution, which has coordinated working of all those institutions which are engaged in financing exports and imports. Time and again, by starting various types of financing programs. Export-Import Bank of India has contributed in the development of the economy to a great extent. Majorly, 2 types of programs are started by Export-Import Bank of India, that is, export credits and export capability creation. In the early years of inception, from 1982 to 85, it was providing export credits only. Then, from 1986 to 1994, it worked on the area of export capability creation. Today, the role of Export-Import Bank has widened to a great extent and it offers a comprehensive range of products and services covering all stages of export business cycles. Let us discuss about the vision of EXIM Bank. The vision statement of EXIM Bank states that its objective is to develop commercially viable relationships with the target set of externally oriented companies by offering them a comprehensive range of products and services aimed at enhancing their internationalization efforts. The functions of Export-Import Bank of India includes to plan, to promote and to develop exports and imports of the country. It also aims at providing technical administrative, and managerial assistance for promotion, management, and expansion of the export sector. It also tries to undertake surveys like market and investment, which are related to the development of exports of goods and services. While talking about the other functions of EXIM Bank, we can state it as: first is, it guarantees and finds out the harmonized approaches in solving any type of problems faced by the Indian exporters. It assists in enhancing exports of the country to a great extent. It helps in making export projections and finds out various mechanisms to achieve the export projections made by them. It also helps to facilitate, to encourage joint ventures and export and increase exports of technical services. It helps to expand buyers' credit and lines of credit. It helps to boost developmental and financial activities in order to facilitate and increase export sector. Thus, we can say that the main objective of Export-Import Bank of India is to provide financial assistance, promote, foster, and boost the export production of India. The basic function of the bank is to assist the exporting activities by providing finance to the exporters at various stages. The financial assistance which is provided by Export-Import Bank of India includes direct financial assistance, foreign investment finance. It also gives term loans options for the export production and export development. It helps in providing pre-shipping credit to the exporters. It also gives them buyer's credit. It also supports them in lines of credit. It has also the facility of reloan. It also rediscount the export bills. It is also giving the refinance facility to the commercial banks. The Export-Import Bank is also providing non-funded financial facility in the form of guarantees to the Indian exporters. It takes various steps for the development of export makers. It helps them to expand export production capacity. It also assists them in the production of their exports. It also gives financing post-shipment activities. It ultimately helps in exporting of manufactured goods, exporting of the projects, exporting of the technologies as well as softwares. Let us discuss about forms of financial assistance which is provided by the Export-Import Bank of India to the Indian and overseas companies. The bank is providing term loans to the exporters of goods and services. Thus, it is playing a major role in offering credit to the clients. Commercial banks have become an important part in the system of deferred credit which is provided to the exporters under risk syndication arrangements. Those Indian companies which are involved in export activities beyond a period of 6 months are funded by Export-Import Bank of India. The bank is also supporting and financing various turnkey projects. EXIM Bank offers term loans to the 100% export-oriented units involved in free trade zones and exporters of various softwares in India. EXIM Bank assists for equity contribution to those organizations that go for joint ventures with foreign companies abroad. EXIM Bank also supports the exporters in carrying out of the export market. The bank, in collaboration with international financial institutions, extends financial assistance to small-scale and medium-scale industries units in terms of assisting in export promotion. EXIM Bank extends foreign assistance to the overseas companies also for importing goods and services on deferred payments. EXIM Bank also offers financial assistance to the overseas financial institutions and various government agencies for import of goods and services from India.
Let us discuss about the services provided by the EXIM Bank. The bank is playing an important role in promoting and boosting foreign trade by offering a wide variety of services which are project exports. Project exports are one of the important things in the portfolio of India's exports. The contracts which are financed by EXIM Bank remained quite diverse in the past few years. The bank has a long track history of providing finance to various projects in the areas of construction, engineering, technology transfer, procurement, consultancy, technology-based projects, etc. In its broader categories, the finance is provided in the areas of: first is turnkey projects, covering engineering, construction, designing, erection of wide range of projects. Secondly, the construction projects, covering wide range of infrastructure projects. And thirdly, technical and consultancy service contracts. It covers skill-based activities, training, project implementation services, management contracts, supervision of erection of plants, CAD and CAM solutions and software exports, finance and accounting systems, etc. Let's discuss about its research analysis. EXIM Bank has constituted one research and analysis group called as RAG. It is basically a team of experienced people from the field of economics, strategies, who work on providing insights on various aspects of economics, trade, and investment through qualitative and quantitative research techniques. This team continuously works on monitoring and studying the global trends of the world and domestic economies and its impact on Indian economy as well as other developing nations. The various works of the group are categorized under regional, sectoral, and policy-related studies. The research studies are basically carried out to find out various avenues for enhancing the international engagement. The various studies carried out through the research team helps to provide economic outlook of a country as well as it provides information regarding economic risk involved in doing the business with the country.
Let us discuss about the marketing advisory services which are provided by Export-Import Bank of India. EXIM Bank is playing a great role in promoting exports at international level. It is helping to enhance export capabilities and support the Indian firms to enhance their competitiveness at the global level through its advisory services. Export-Import Bank of India has its own marketing advisory service support system. Through its marketing advisory service support, it helps the Indian exporting firms in going global by proactively assisting them, by supporting them in finding out and locating the overseas distributors or the buyers or the investors for their produced products and services. The bank is also assisting the Indian firms in identifying various opportunities available in the foreign in the foreign markets, if the firms want to set up their plants on new projects or want to go for any kind of mergers or acquisitions abroad. Some organizations want to go for strategic alliances, some want to go for acquisitions, some want to go for joint ventures. So all these are supported by EXIM Bank. The bank is also equipped with well-versed, knowledgeable people which have wide variety of market experience. They carry in-depth knowledge. They have the understanding of international markets and international business environment, ultimately which supports and assists the Indian companies to beat various marketing initiatives. And they are giving this advisory service on some fee basis. That means they charge some fees for giving such type of advisory services. The bank has also helped in setting up a wide range of projects as well as the products in overseas as well as the domestic market. It includes variety of products like handicrafts, agro equipments, marine products, spices, etc. The bank has successfully catered to the markets like US, Singapore, Middle East, and it has contributed to a great extent in promoting India's products and services worldwide. Through its marketing advisory services, EXIM Bank is undoubtedly playing a great role in enhancing exports of the countries and supporting the exporters for going into the foreign markets to a great extent. If we talk about the export advisory services which are being given by EXIM Bank, then in its export advisory services, EXIM Bank has created a group called as EAS Group, which provides various advisory and support services. It helps the exporters to evaluate their various kinds of international risks to which they are exposed to in the international markets. The group is continuously working to help the exporters in exploiting export opportunities and improve their competitiveness at the global market. Various types of value-added services are provided to the Indian projects exporters on various projects which are funded by multilateral agencies. The group is providing customized support to the interested companies, which means that the company can come with their own demand and then the group will create a customized support for that particular company only. It is catering to their needs in the areas of even exploring the market potential, that what is the market, how it can be tapped, what is the potential of selling the product in the market. It also helps them in defining various marketing arrangements, deciding the product mix, deciding about the advertisements, deciding about the other promotional activities which they can undertake. Helps them in finding out the distribution channels, locating retailers, distributors, etc. So the bank provides a wide variety, a wide range of information, advisory and support services which complement its financing programs. All such services are fee-based to the Indian organizations as well as the overseas entities. The advisory services are given for various categories, which includes feasibility studies, when they have to carry feasibility analysis for demand, market, technology. They help them in that. It helps them in investment facilitation, deciding about the right amount of investment to be done in a particular area. It also assists them if they want to go for joint ventures or acquisitions or collaborations or strategic alliances across the globe, across the nations, then they help in that. There are some other overseas investment finance programs run by EXIM Bank also. EXIM Bank, through its various overseas financial programs, encourages the Indian firms to go for acquisitions of the foreign companies. Acquisitions have become an important growth strategies for companies all over the world. It is the fastest means to grow and diversify. Why? Because it's not easy to create your own unit. It's not easy to invest a large amount of money in creating a separate unit. So, the fastest means to grow and diversify is to acquire already established company. It also reduces the gestation period. So, it can be regarded as one of the most important ways of getting access to the foreign companies, foreign markets, modern and advanced technologies. Moreover, the bank also encourages through its finance programs for setting up of the manufacturing units abroad. EXIM Bank finances joint ventures with the foreign companies by providing them term loans up to 80% of their equity investments of the companies. It also provides term loans for the joint ventures and acquisitions by the Indian companies towards 80% of the loan extended by them to the overseas joint ventures. This financing service of the EXIM Bank has encouraged greatly the FDI in India, that's foreign direct investment in India, as well as the foreign firms are coming inside the country, they're contributing immensely towards the economic development of the country. The bank is also providing term loans to the overseas joint ventures or new projects towards part financing of assisting in doing capital expenditure for acquisition of the assets. It helps them to finance for day-to-day financing, that is working capital requirements. It helps them in providing financial assistance for equity investments in another companies. It helps them in giving them financial assistance for acquisition of brands or patents or rights or any other type of intellectual property rights. So, they are also giving financial assistance for acquisition of the another companies. Talking about the lines of credit given by EXIM Bank. A line of credit, LOC, is a unique financing mechanism of Export-Import Bank of India. By this scheme, Export-Import Bank of India extends support to their clients for wide variety of export of projects. They give them assistance for buying equipments. They help them in availing goods and services from India. EXIM Bank extends LOC at its own and also at the behest and with the support of Government of India. EXIM Bank provides line of credit to foreign governments, nominated agencies of foreign governments like central banks, state-owned commercial banks, national or regional development banks, overseas financial institutions, commercial banks abroad, and other suitable overseas entities. Let us discuss about the buyer's credit provided by EXIM Bank now. The buyer's credit is a financial assistance facility that is given to the foreign project company which intends to award any kind of project execution to any Indian project exporters. The financing is given to all kind of projects and service exports from India. Export-Import Bank of India extends this facility for development, upgrading, or expansion of infrastructure facilities. It is also given for financing of public or private projects such as plants and buildings, professional services such as surveyors, architecture, consultations, etc. This facility has helped the exporters and contractors of India to expand and diversify their areas abroad and tap various non-traditional markets. It has promoted competitive environment for the exporters and the contractors who want to bid or negotiate any kind of overseas job. Buyer's credit is given through deferred credit. The biggest benefit is to foreign customers who can obtain medium as well as long-term finance from EXIM Bank.
So, dear student, let us summarize what we have learned in this module. EXIM Bank is offering a wide variety of financing programs for exporters, constructors, engineers, etc. of India and abroad. The export-oriented units are benefited as they various types of credit facilities. Whether they want to establish a new project or want to go for a joint venture or an acquisition overseas, expand, modernize, they are supported by EXIM Bank. In turn, it helps them to boost exports and create a healthy and competitive environment in the country to contribute towards economic development. This bank is truly facilitating inclusive globalization. Not only the big industry houses or government gets credit facility from EXIM Bank, but it facilitates small and medium scale enterprises too. In its recent developments, it is also catering to the needs of rural India. Various artists get boost to start their enterprises, get a market abroad by the support of EXIM Bank. The bank has supported almost 150 companies to establish and promote their ventures in around 54 countries around the world. With the growing share of service sector in exports, the bank has played a pivotal role in catalyzing India's software exports since the era of 80s. Since then, the bank has covered almost every area where it has provided finance to Indian as well as overseas exporters. It is undoubtedly playing crucial, important and supporting role in the economic development of the country. Thank you.